Welcome to the Advent Calendar House, and as you can hear, the wolves are loose again, and that means it's Halloween in July, and it's also Scrooge Sunday, so we're killing two birds with one garbage disposal as we journey into Halloween past, back to 1992 for a spirited episode of Roseanne. It's Halloween 4. I am Nebraskan corn farmer who seems to have misplaced an ear in the threshing machine, Mike Westfall. And joining me is the freshly severed head to my bloody stump of a neck belonging to Marie Antoinette. It's Jerry Davila. Hey, Jerry.
Hey, I got to use the restroom. Can I get out of this dress for just a bit? Because this thing is awful. How's it going, Mike?
We'll see what we can do. Doing well, thank you. And Halloween's most terrifying of ghosts taking the form of a giant piece of candy corn. It's Brandon Medley. Hi, Brandon.
Hi, I'm really just the chicken shirt of the whole thing.
Oh, well, okay. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. Admittedly, I was a very sporadic Roseanne watcher. I remember watching this episode and most of the Halloween episodes because Roseanne always went big on Halloween.
Yeah, it's like whereas especially in that era, Christmas started becoming a big thing. They were like, nah, forget that. Let's go straight up Halloween.
Yeah.
And I was into it, I gotta say. Yeah.
They do have some good Christmas episodes and a fantastic Thanksgiving episode, but Halloween was where they went in every year.
Oh, yeah, that was their bread and butter. And we may revisit some of those other ones, but let's hear about your history with the show in general, and I guess these Halloween episodes in particular. And let's start with you, Brandon.
So I grew up without cable, just antenna TV, and the ABC station was very sporadic in how we were able to receive it. So I didn't watch Roseanne regularly when it was new, but once it hit syndicated reruns, that's where I really was a devoted fan of Roseanne. So like, I think it aired around 5 p.m. after the Fox Kids shows stopped coming on in the afternoon. Roseanne would be on, and I always watched it then, like my late elementary, early middle school years, and then just became a fan of the show and followed it and have watched it in the various places it's been showing on reruns. I had the DVDs. I have the DVD that has Roseanne as a jack-o'-lantern on the front that has just all the Halloween episodes.
Oh, yeah.
And when I became an adult and started having like trick-or-treaters coming to my house, for many years, that was our Halloween tradition where, you ordered pizza, put on the Roseanne DVD, and watched that in and out, all those episodes while trick-or-treaters came until they stopped coming in, and you'd watch Great Pumpkin or something like that.
Nice. Jerry, what about you?
That's cool. So we watched Roseanne like as it aired every week. My family really liked Roseanne. I haven't really watched a lot of it since, but the Halloween episodes, I do remember. There was one where she's dressed like the long black hair with the gray and like the black dress. I don't remember exactly what it was. And she's like trying to scare Dan.
Yeah.
Just like they stand out, but I remember just eating like Chicken Littles. At the time, they were just about to start, or they were just about to discontinue them. But I remember eating Chicken Littles and watching Roseanne, or Pizza Hut as well. Sometimes we'd order pizza and just like sit on the floor and eat and watch Roseanne. And it was like, it was great. Dan was cool. I remember being upset when they recast Becky. Even as a kid, it was like, come on, that's not the same girl. But it was a fun show. And, it just really got us where we needed to be at the time, I guess.
Yeah, I do remember watching this episode as a kid. This was when ABC's Tuesday night lineup was stacked. Because beside this, you had Full House had moved to Tuesdays. Hanging with Mr. Cooper was on there, and Coach.
Oh, yeah.
My parents liked Coach. By 9:30, I was like starting to get woozy, but
We watched Coach as well, yeah.
Yeah.
And Hanging with Mr. Cooper. I mean, man, that was a fun show.
brings you back.
Heck yeah.
But this was definitely the highlight of the night. The Halloween episodes always were. Halloween 4 was, surprise, the fourth of Roseanne's 8 Halloween episodes. This one aired October 27th, 1992. And if you want to watch it, it's streaming on Peacock. Look up Season 5, Episode 7. But let's dig into this. We opened with Roseanne on the phone with her oldest daughter, Becky, who apparently tells her she can't get the night off from work for Halloween, which is disappointing news for Mom.
Well, gee, Becky, what kind of person takes a job without finding out if they get off for Halloween first?
Yeah, and it like totally bums her out. Like I guess Halloween is like their Christmas, their big family get together time. And so she goes straight into like seasonal depression mode. I mean, it was crazy like how hard that hit her.
It really does, and that's the catalyst of this whole episode. And that is all we hear from Becky this whole episode, because Lacey Goranson had left the show to go to college.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to remember the timeline, if this was during that time where she had left, but Sarah Chalk had not come on yet.
Not quite yet. Yeah.
This is before Sarah Chalk, but they had to write off Lacey Goranson at the beginning of this season by having her elope with Mark. They had just gotten married, and they moved. Where did they move? They say it in this episode, and I forget already.
Yeah,
But
I don't
they
remember.
Minneapolis, that's it. I had it. I'm like, what are those up there?
I'm from South Texas, right? So they're all the same up there.
It's all the Midwest.
They got a baseball team. It's Minneapolis.
That's cool.
And in this phone call scene, Roseanne is wearing the infamous chicken shirt, which
Yeah.
I'd forgotten showed up in this.
Yes.
That many different family. If you're not familiar with the chicken shirt, it shows up periodically throughout the whole series, and like different characters are wearing it at different times it shows up. It's I mentioned like the Thanksgiving episode we gathered together earlier. It's in that one. I had forgotten that it was also in this Halloween episode, but it shows up sporadically throughout the whole series, and it's always like there's chicken shirt every time it shows up, no matter how many times I've seen it.
It's like the best Easter egg.
It's like the pineapple in Psych, right?
Yes, it's like the pineapple in Psych. But we cut to Halloween morning as Roseanne's sister Jackie is in the kitchen pouring a packet of fake blood onto a freshly carved jack-o'-lantern.
Mm-hmm. I've never seen blood on a jack-o'-lantern like that. It's, we carve them. I've seen people draw on them. I've never seen someone just pour fake blood. Like, that was interesting choice. Like, what was that about?
It's a Roseanne's family tradition.
I noticed that the eyes, I was like, those are like perfectly round jack-o'-lantern eyes on this in a way that I could never manage.
They really are. It's like they had like a cookie cutter almost, like a really sharp one.
Yeah, but then the rest of the pumpkins that we see decorated in the house when Roseanne is handing out candy are all like painted and like things stuck on them, not carved.
I grew up in a house where we painted our jack-o'-lanterns. I wasn't much of a carver, and I guess it just my parents weren't.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of mess.
If we were carving up a pumpkin, we were just getting the seeds and cooking the rest of it, but we painted them.
I always carved, but I always did it freehand, still do. So
Nice.
It's like my eyes are never that good.
Yeah. We draw what we can, and then
Yeah.
and of course those little carvers that they come with are like so terrible. You can't you can't cut butter with them, but they expect you to cut
Yeah.
this pumpkin.
I married an art teacher, so we have X-Acto knives
Oh, there you go.
littered around the house.
I just always use a steak knife.
Yeah, steak knife. That's how you do it. Got to get the big knife from the kitchen.
The big knife for cutting it open, the steak knife for the face.
Michael
Okay,
Myers style.
Yeah, good point. But Darlene enters. I always loved Sarah Gilbert as Darlene. She has no desire to cheer up her mom until money's involved.
Hey, Jackie. Hi, happy Halloween. Listen, your mom's really bummed out, and I'm going to try and help her get back her Halloween spirit. You want to help? Not interested.
I'll give you $20.
Interested.
Okay.
That's like so teenager, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So Darlene.
It's very Darlene. Tells Jackie she knows how to scare her own mother, and off she goes. As Roseanne comes downstairs, Jackie asks if she saw the Great Pumpkin last night, and Rosie tells her no, Dan wore pajamas.
It's a great joke.
Terrible, wonderful joke. Gets out a
Oh,
box of cornflakes as Jackie reads a newspaper article about corn farmers in Nebraska losing body parts in threshing machines, and Rosie's unimpressed to find an ear in the cornflakes. Ooh.
I love the sound it makes when she throws it on the table, right? It's just like this thud.
Oh, just a slap.
So have all these pranks that they always do in Roseanne for Halloween, was this a part of Halloween for you guys?
No.
No. Mm-mm.
I never really knew. I always have wondered if this is really a thing. Like, I know the Midwest has, or somewhere up north, different parts of the country have different things for like the night before Halloween where pranks are involved.
Yeah.
This is not a thing in the South where I live and grew up.
Looking at you, the crow.
Well, yeah, no, Detroit has Devil's Night as seen
Devil's
in the Crow.
Night.
Yeah, Devil's
Right.
Night.
I grew up in South Jersey and we called it Mischief Night, and it was just like egging and toilet papering houses. At least in my age demographic. It probably got worse as you got older, but I didn't stick around as I got older, so who knows?
Yeah, I always assumed this whole, like, the prank and getting more and more elaborate was just something the Connors did for themselves. But I always, every time I watch it, I kind of wonder, is this a thing elsewhere? It's not a thing where I lived.
Yeah,
No,
I'm not sure. This has more of an April Fool's vibe to me.
Yeah.
Right.
But they're trying to scare each other, and Jackie's just bad at it and always has been, as we'll see later.
Well, Roseanne has that macabre sense of humor, and
Right.
Jackie doesn't. So
Yeah.
when she tries, it's a big fail.
All lands flat. But Dan walks into the kitchen now, tells Jackie to give it up. I think John Goodman is the only one here I've talked about on the podcast before, and that was only recently as Robot Santa in Futurama.
This is so good.
Have we not done his Frosty? Didn't he do Frosty in one of the...
We didn't do Frosty
sequels?
Returns yet.
Mm.
It's
He
coming.
did all the other ones.
Oof. And wasn't he also Santa in the live action Year Without a Santa Claus
Yes, he was.
that we
So
don't speak of
we're going to have to speak of it at some point. But
at some point, right?
yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Lots of John Goodman in the future, but this is appearance number 2 on this particular podcast. Walks over to the sink and groans, "Oh, man."
Oh, Jackie, what did you do with the inside of the pumpkin?
I put it down the garbage disposal. That wasn't good.
No, Jackie, that wasn't good.
Was that not good, she asks, and let me tell you from experience, no, it's not. It just mashes it up and clogs your sink. While we're at it, kids, don't put potatoes down the garbage disposal either.
No, definitely not.
Don't learn the hard way like my wife and I did. Real fun to have to remove all that.
Oof. I'm always so afraid of like sticking my hand down the garbage disposal just because of things like this. You know, like it literally just messed me up in some way that I won't do it. I'll find tongs or something.
Yeah, you use tongs. You know why? Because we watched this episode as kids.
Exactly.
We saw
exactly.
Dan stick his hand down the garbage disposal, said, "Hey, Jackie, hit that light for me." There's no light by the sink. Have you ever seen a light switch by the sink? No, it's the garbage disposal. So Dan starts screaming. Jackie starts screaming. Roseanne just rolls her eyes. Dan takes out what looks like a bloodied, mangled, handless arm, and the studio audience loves this.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone just shakes their heads, and we're into the opening credits.
The theme song. I gotta say that theme song
Oh,
is
it's great.
so memorable. It's
Yep.
like the 80s had some good theme songs, but the 90s had some real killer theme songs. I feel
Yeah,
like.
right about here is kind of when it started taking a turn.
Yeah.
Like, and it doesn't even have any words, but like it's in your head right now. That saxophone and the harmonica stays with you. And while I was doing the notes, that was just,
So it does get words later.
oh, it does get words later. Yeah, you're right. We don't talk about those words. Well, next we see Rosie walk into the bathroom and wash her hands. Our attention's supposed to be on the hanging body of Darlene that suddenly comes into frame as the camera pans over to the sink.
It was very Heathers, right? That's all I could think. I was just like,
You're not
whoa.
wrong. But I was too busy admiring the toilet with the shag carpet cover. Tell me y'all haven't seen one of those before.
Oh, it's been a long time.
Oh.
They never stay open while you're trying to use the bathroom.
No.
Nope.
One or both of my grandmothers had those.
Yeah, same.
Mhm.
That's like the worst idea like man has ever created. Why would you put carpet in a bathroom or carpet on your toilet? That's just terrible.
Yeah, you know what room you didn't need to look fashionable? The bathroom. Framed photos of the beach, that's all you need.
That's all you need, yeah. A seashell somewhere, you're good.
And it's always the beach for some reason, including my own house, but whatever.
My wife's grandma, when she passed away, we went to her house for the first time, and sure enough, it wasn't the beach. It was all ducks, like duck
Ducks.
hunting. Like it was like
Duck
a duck
hunting.
hunting.
Oh,
Yeah, it was.
Did she have the wallpaper, like the Duck Dynasty wallpaper?
It was. I remember just walking in there thinking, "Where am I? This is Illinois, right?"
Yeah. Don't wear orange in the bathroom.
That's right.
Oh. But this is what I like about the Connors house in particular. It looked and felt like a real home where people lived in 1992. Little touches like the tacky toilet seat cover and flamingos on the shower curtain.
Yeah. I like how they were a very like working class, like blue collar, family.
Right.
You look at Who's the Boss, and Angela's like really well off, or you look at the Cosby Show, and I mean one's a lawyer, one's a doctor. I mean these are like rich, like well-to-do people, and I like that they were just more down to earth. I think that's why we watched it so much, because my family could relate more to it.
Maybe, yeah. Cosby Show, that was the idea.
Right.
So fine. But yeah, like Full House lived in a painted lady. Crazy. But I guess TV show host, so fine.
Right.
One of my favorite lines of all time from Roseanne, and the one I quote the most from this show was, "You'll have to excuse the mess. We live here."
We use that all the time.
Oh, all the time. Like since I was a kid, I would quote that.
Yeah.
Anyway, Darlene hanging from the ceiling, and her mom just asked, "You want to hand me that towel there?"
And she does. I love that. She just
yeah, it's
grabs it
great.
and gives it to her.
Love the sense of humor of this family.
Mm-hmm.
So Roseanne's obviously upset that Becky's not coming for Halloween. Every year, they go to a Halloween party at the Elks Lounge. Roseanne and Dan are members of their local chapter of the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks, which is a real thing.
Yes, and I've never known anyone that was a member of the Elks, but I've seen it on TV a lot, so I know it's real. I don't know anyone that was an Elk.
I thought they were just trying to create like a human, real person version of the Loyal Order of the Water Buffalo.
Barney. It's great.
Foreshadowing. So yeah, you knew nobody. Your parents weren't in a club like this. Mine definitely weren't.
No. Mm-mm.
No, I only knew it from TV. But when we were seeing it the night, I was like, but these are the kinds of things we talk about now, as like the demise of these third spaces, especially for adults, and the loneliness epidemic, the whole bowling alone thing. Like we used to have these things, but now even our generation only remembers them from TV, which was like a hangover from probably the 50s.
It feels like it. It really feels like it. Closest thing my parents did was my mom went to paint ceramics a couple times a month for a while, but I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, later on in life, my mom joined like the altar society or something and would go help
That's different.
clean the church. But like,
that's
the
church thing. Yeah, that's. But I guess like something like Knights of Columbus.
The Knights of Columbus
sounds
would be
a
kinda...
lot like the Elks.
Right. The Shriners, I don't know.
Shriners, yeah.
Well, I know there are things like the Shriners and the
Yeah.
Masons, like because you see the
Masons,
guys
yeah.
ride in the little like go-karts and the parades and stuff.
I always think of the Groundhog Club in Punxsutawney.
Mm,
But I mean, if you're going to grow up there, that's what you do.
makes sense.
But now Roseanne doesn't want to go, and Dan's like, "What? Come on, this is our special day," and that's adorable.
Yes, it is. It's not like their anniversary or anything. It's like Halloween.
It's Halloween.
Is that's their special
Halloween.
day.
Yeah.
Well, also, he probably wanted to go because we've already discussed they're always struggling to pay their bills on the show. And when you see the costume they have, like that had to cost a fortune.
Yeah,
true.
it was elaborate for sure.
Yeah.
And I can always justify, like in my head canon, like that Halloween is their special day. We see that they're not good with money. So I can understand why they would spend the money on the Halloween. But I'm always wondering about where did they get the expertise to build these costumes? Every time they have these elaborate costumes.
Well, doesn't she works at what, like a plastics company or something?
Yeah.
But I don't know exactly what it is that
She's a
she
factory
does.
line worker.
Yeah,
Right.
well, okay, so maybe that's out. I don't know. I was gonna try to like conspiracy theory it, but
It's a
oh well.
talent. It's a talent.
That's right. That's right.
You all know somebody who makes the best costumes.
Yeah.
But Roseanne says she just doesn't feel like putting on some stupid costume, and Dan looks at her like, "Who are you and what have you done with my wife?" Dan is the Fred of this Halloween Carol. Halloween a humbug, wife.
I gotta say, there needs to be more Halloween Christmas Carol adaptations because this one was awesome.
I know. Was wondering if I was going to find one. I'm just like, oh, the 13th is on a Sunday this year, and this is the only one I could find, I think, or they're very sparse. The one that I had heard of. Like I've seen comic book adaptations where they do it. I'm just like, nope, needs to be televised.
Yeah.
But Dan's rubbing his temples like this can't possibly be happening. Then he starts laughing, thinking she's just messing with him to set up some huge prank, but Rosie's serious, and I can't blame the guy for not believing her.
Well, especially when that costume was a couple's costume.
Yeah.
Like they needed they needed both people there to make it work.
Oh, I'd be so upset.
Mm-hmm.
But we cut to Halloween night, and Roseanne's just lying on the couch by herself watching TV as Darlene enters in an amazing costume.
This is my favorite costume of the episode.
I agree.
Not mine, but we'll get to that later. But probably the top three, absolutely, unquestioned. Darlene is Melanie from the movie The Birds.
Yep, Tippi Hedren.
And she's covered in little plastic birds pecking at her. One's covering her eye, and it's got little blood stains all over her where the birds are pecking. It's amazing.
Can't go wrong with Tippi Hedren.
Doesn't she have an eyeball falling out?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. One of the eyeballs is out in a bird's beak or something, or just near it.
This, hanging by a thread.
Okay, I gotta ask, did you guys ever do couples costumes like that, like the way they do it here? I've never done that, my wife and I.
My wife and I have done couples costumes, but not like this. One year we were Care Bears, and we just printed out T-shirts with iron-on
Nice.
little Care Bear cutie marks. That's not what they're called on the Care Bears. That's what they're called on My Little Pony. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. The belly,
Yeah.
belly badge or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm. We were Batman and Robin one year, and I just cut out a Batman cowl to put on my face. We are hyper low budget.
Yeah, I feel that.
And we haven't been doing it lately because only one of us will go out trick-or-treating with the kids, and the other one will stay home. So it's just if we're not going to be together on Halloween proper as we're trick-or-treating, then what's the point of a couple's costume?
Yeah.
We have not done anything this elaborate either. I'm trying to think. I know we've done a couple's costume. We did Ghostbusters together before, but you're just wearing Ghostbuster jumpsuits.
Yeah.
Right.
One year we were Rapunzel and Flynn Rider, and I had someone make me the top, his top.
Oh, wow.
And my wife got a big long braid for her hair, and someone made the Rapunzel dress, and that looked pretty good, but not Roseanne good.
Well, when you got costume designers making your stuff.
Yeah. That's the secret.
That's the joke.
Roseanne tells Darlene to get her brother from the kitchen. He needs a ride before we see DJ's costume. There's a knock on the door, and there's a gaggle of trick-or-treaters, including one impressive strawberry costume.
I don't think I noticed the strawberry.
Yeah, he looked like a Fruit of the Loom strawberry.
Nice.
Do you remember what you wore for Halloween in 1992?
1992, I was 12, so I wasn't anything. I stopped trick-or-treating and stayed home and handed out candy at that point. I kind of stopped around 10, and then I just helped pass out candy after that. Mm-hmm. But I remember what I was like in the 80s. I was Teen Wolf one year, the Karate Kid. I was Batman twice. I was a Tyrannosaurus one year.
12. I was also 12, Halloween 1992. That was the year I just started getting lazy, and I just wore my karate gi and a headband. It was black, and I had much lighter blonde hair at a time, so basically I looked like I could have been a member of Cobra Kai.
Nice. When I was the Karate Kid, same thing. It was just my karate gi, so I just wore that and put on a headband, and I was Daniel LaRusso.
Sure.
Yeah, mine were when I was much younger when I did this, but mine was just my Karate Kid pajamas.
Nice. That counts.
You win. That's awesome.
It counts.
I would have been 9 in 1992, and so I would have been in 3rd grade. I can distinctly remember 4th grade, this like glow-in-the-dark werewolf mask that I just wore with a hoodie.
Glow-in-the-dark, wow.
And I think by 3rd grade, I also had just done like a mask and like regular clothes. The last kind of a couple of years, I can remember like dressing up to go out trick-or-treating. That's what I was doing. But I had some really fun ones over the year. Like I was a California raisin one year.
Really?
That's amazing.
And my Nana made it for me. It was like this big body sack that we stuffed with paper towels.
That's amazing.
My mom made some really good paper mache, like full head masks. Like I was Ernie from Sesame Street one year, and with like the big orange head. I was Bart Simpson one year. Like
that's cool.
Yeah, and she made the spikes and everything. It was like it did not look like a store-bought Bart Simpson costume, but everybody knew who I was, and I had like yellow tights and like sleeves on. It was a good time. I was Gumby one year, and she cut out a foam head. Oh, it ruled.
I was Robin Hood in kindergarten. I remember that. I was Robin as well. So I was Batman, then I was Robin, then Robin Hood. So that's a weird progression there.
So were you like Disney Robin Hood, the fox?
No, I was like an actual like Robin Hood, like Errol Flynn style, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I did the California Raisin. I think I was in preschool then, and like I did Superman when I was really little.
Yeah,
I had the Superman pajamas, but instead of the little Velcro cape, I had this corduroy cape that my Nana made me.
Huh, cool.
And it was like dark, deep red, and it hung down to the boots like it does, and it had the S on the back. And my mom dyed my hair. My hair was much more red then, but she dyed it black and did the S curl and all. And it was really cool. And I wore that cape just to play in until it fell apart, literally.
Very nice.
And then I was Karate Kid. I was a Ghostbuster. I remember being Mario.
Oh, I was Mario one year. Yeah.
In kindergarten, but it was before you could like go out and buy this elaborate Mario costume. Like
right. You had to like really make them.
My nephew was Mario a few years ago, and I was thinking like, man, I had overalls and a red shirt and like a red trucker hat from the tractor dealership my papa had. And we just put it in.
That's right.
We cut an M out on paper and put it over there.
You made it work, right?
Yeah.
And do you remember the little like air fresheners that are shaped like mushrooms, like you put on the back of the toilet? Like I carried one of those around.
That was your
mushroom.
That was your mushroom.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's like what you had to do because if you were to go like the store-bought costumes back then, a lot of them actually had like the picture of who you were supposed to be on their chest. And I
Oh, the
remember getting
smock.
so mad at those. Like, no,
Yeah, it's just like,
Batman doesn't have the word Batman on him.
Nope.
Yeah, but one year I begged for one of those plastic smocks for my costumes. I was like, that to me seemed like the cool thing. I was
Right.
4 or 5. I was Oscar the Grouch.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Nice.
And like sometimes when the nostalgia posts get shared of like this costumes from the 80s, like that one's always in there. I'm like, I wore that in 1987, I think.
That's awesome.
But nothing on the level as Darlene from the Birds or DJ. She rolls in DJ dressed as Hannibal Lecter, tied up in a straitjacket and mask on a dolly.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of want to do this one. I was just thinking, like, I could pull that off now. I have the dolly. Just gotta get the mask.
There's a dolly we could borrow from school if I wanted to that I put together because we put it together. My kids were just in a production of Annie, and they used the dolly to kind of wheel out Miss Hannigan at the end when she's singing about someday I'll sleep in the nut house, and they wheel her out as she's singing. So if I do this, I can borrow that.
I feel like with my arms, I'd just get a little claustrophobic, not being able to move them or something.
Yeah, but I feel like it's a way to not get asked to do anything.
Oh,
else.
that's
I mean,
yes.
Yeah, you've just committed yourself to having to be a 2-person costume at this point.
Yeah. Well, and even says a line, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does the nice Chianti line. It's cute.
How am I gonna get home?
Your dad'll pick you up after the lodge party. Okay, let me hear your line.
I ate his liver with some fava beans and nice Chianti.
Yeah.
And Silence of the Lambs came out the year before this, so this was a fresh costume at the time.
Wow.
And the studio audience loves it. Darlene is not excited about having to wheel around DJ, but her mother says, you're his big sister. You're going to wheel him in there and lean him against the wall.
just make sure you put him face up when you put him in the car.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah, that's my goals. I just want to like lean against the wall.
Yeah, there you go. Just put a seatbelt around me. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
So those two leave, and now Roseanne's by herself. She eventually falls asleep on the couch when there's a knock at the door. She wakes up and goes to answer it, and it's a rather tall trick-or-treater in a classic ghost costume with the 2 eyes cut out of the sheet. He introduces himself in a cheesy, echoey voice effect.
I am the ghost of Halloween past.
Okay, here's your snicker.
And she doesn't believe him either. I love that.
No, of course not.
Well, I mean, it's not like Charlie Brown where he had a little trouble with the scissors. It's just a regular ghost.
Yeah.
But, it's creepy ghost, I guess.
Sure, yeah. Stares for a second before just throwing a Snickers at him, closes the door. But when she turns around and walks back to the couch, the ghost phases through the wall and follows her in.
Did anybody look up the actor playing this ghost?
Yeah, it's Lee Ehrenberg.
Yeah, from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Wow.
From Pintel from Pirate. Hello, puppet. He's my favorite from that movie.
He totally is.
You might also know Lee Ehrenberg from the show Once Upon a Time. He was Grumpy.
Yes, he was. That's right.
And here's a deep cut. In the movie The Wizard, the Nintendo movie where they play Super Mario 3 at the end, he's the registrar outside the Video Armageddon tournament, checking everybody in, going, move it, move it, move it. And he tells them they're going to be playing Ninja Gaiden. Hey! That is Lee Ehrenberg.
I didn't recognize him from that. That's amazing.
I remember looking that up years ago on Wikipedia. I'm like, wait a minute. But we never see his face here. We just hear his voice, and we see him under this ghost sheet.
Which he lifts up, and we get to see a beating heart.
We get to see just the beating heart. It's great. But before that, Roseanne wasn't sure. Like, she thinks it's some kind of joke. She thinks it's Fisher. Oh, no, it's the Fisher season.
Yeah.
Fisher was Jackie's boyfriend, and a couple of months after this episode, we learn he's been beating her black and blue, so Dan goes over to Fisher's and does the same to him, but...
Didn't they get married? Like in real life?
In real life, yeah, they were married.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. But no, it's not Fisher under the ghost sheet. In fact, despite warnings not to remove the sheet, Roseanne does it anyway, and this is when we see the floating, beating heart.
How do I know that you really are some evil and terrifying spirit from beyond the grave and not just some ordinary creep, huh, Casper?
Okay, look under the sheet.
I'll get my purse.
So the ghost opens the front door and tells Roseanne they must go back to where it all began, and she steps through to not her front porch, but to a dark, foggy void. And the first stop is the day she was born. We see her mother as a young and cheerful new mom who suddenly panics when her unseen baby in a bassinet starts coughing and making choking noises, but it's just a prank, bro.
She laughs. The laugh that the little baby gives, it's super cute.
A great stock baby laugh, but...
She's not breathing. She's turning blue. Ow! Call the doctor. Ow!
The spirit of Halloween was with Roseanne since day one.
Wait, did you say Spirit Halloween was with?
I mean...
Kind of, yeah.
So you can see her little bunny ears sticking out, kind of looking like Louise Belcher, but Bev comments that she's wearing a pink bunny suit. So I just picture baby Roseanne dressed like Ralphie.
That's right.
Yeah. My oldest was born 3 days before Halloween. And we brought her home the day before, and I went to Target and I got a little newborn ladybug costume because no kid of mine is skipping Halloween.
Nice.
Roseanne's mother in this flashback is played by Jane Ellen Steininger. This is the earliest credit listed on IMDb for her. Looks like she's primarily a voice actor for video games, including Final Fantasy XV, The Elder Scrolls Online, and 007 Quantum of Solace.
Wow. I didn't recognize her. I'll be honest. I didn't.
I would not have recognized her, but that's what's on her IMDb. And the elder Roseanne looks on proudly at her newborn self's first Halloween prank. We move on to her tricking her little sister Jackie into thinking there's a razor blade in the apple she herself has bitten into with a hidden blood capsule in her mouth. Poor Jackie screams and is off running.
That's a good prank.
Yeah.
Well, everybody knows I put poison and razor blades in those. Better give it to me. That's stupid. That's not really true. See? That's okay.
Did you recognize young Jackie?
Yes. Wasn't it her actual daughter?
It's Laurie Metcalf's actual daughter, Zoe Perry.
Oh, so Sheldon's mom.
Who went on to play another younger version of a character her mom originated. It's young Sheldon's mom.
Young Sheldon's mom. Yep. That's awesome. I love when they do stuff like that. You know, Carrie Fisher's daughter, when she played her.
Right.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And Zoe Perry is still playing a younger version of her mom in Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. She very recently appeared on The Conners as a police officer, so she and mom got to do a scene together.
That's cool. Good for them.
Yeah. But this appears to be her only credit as a child. Her parents didn't want her to pursue an acting career until she became an adult. So this is her first acting credit. But neat little cameo here.
Mm-hmm.
There is a 25-year gap between this episode and the start of Young Sheldon.
Wow.
The young Roseanne is credited as Katie Bell. This is her only credit on IMDb, and that's all I got. But after Jackie runs off screaming, she takes all her candy.
And what didn't she say? She was going to sell it back to her?
Yes. Yep.
It's like, yes. That's America right there.
Yeah, well, yep. Classic Roseanne.
Yeah, good stuff.
Next, we see her as a teenager at a Halloween party dressed as Ginger from Gilligan's Island if they never found the island. What a great costume. She's covered in seaweed and fish and wearing an SS Minnow life preserver ring. I love a good what-if costume.
And played by Sarah Rue here.
Sarah Rue, yeah.
Yes.
You know her as Claude from the ABC show Less Than Perfect or Carmen from the WB show Popular. I know her from two other things. She's in Can't Hardly Wait as the girl cutting up the six-pack rings and calling everybody sheep.
Sheep.
And she was the Attorney General in Idiocracy.
Oh, okay.
I remember that.
Wow. I remember her from an episode of Psych where they did a takeoff on The Shining.
Oh, yeah.
Lassiter was going to buy, or was looking to buy, move into an apartment, and anyway.
Right.
It was like The Shining. And
I remember that episode.
Yeah.
But this flashback shows the night Roseanne meets Dan, who, in an interesting little bit of serendipity, is dressed as Fred Flintstone.
Yes, I did notice that. That was great.
I was wondering if, because I didn't recognize it being Fred Flintstone, but just a caveman. But I was wondering if it was a joke about, because he would have been cast as Fred Flintstone already. Like, it came out 2 years later.
Yeah, it was only 2 years later. So I don't know. They write these early. Yeah, it was 94.
Wow.
But
they were advertising that movie in 93 because I remember seeing the trailer for it at Jurassic Park.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he might have been. So, yeah, maybe that was intentional. I thought it was just a happy coincidence. But young Dan is played by Abraham Ben-Ruby. I know him best as Kubiak from Parker Lewis Can't
Parker
Lose.
Lewis. Yep, that's where I knew him from.
Y'all probably know him better as Jerry the desk clerk from ER.
Oh, wow. That's right. No, I knew him also from Parker Lewis.
Watched a lot of Parker Lewis. He was also a regular voice on Robot Chicken. He did a lot of the deep-voiced characters, including Darth Vader, Mufasa, and Bowser.
Nice.
Perfect fit as a younger John Goodman here.
This is my date, Dan Connor.
How's it going? Yeah, Ginger, if they didn't find the island. Great costume.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah, totally.
I thought both of these were really good.
To the point where, in the horror movie Christmas Bloody Christmas, Abraham Ben-Ruby plays an evil robot Santa Claus.
That's great.
It's a type.
Yeah.
But this is the first time we see the moment Roseanne and Dan meet. Dan's at the party as another girl's date, whom Roseanne tricks into bobbing for apples in a bucket of blue paint.
Oh my God! Gee, Cindy, why so blue?
I mean, how did she not see that, right? I feel like that's something you can just look at and okay, that's a little too viscous there to be water.
I mean, if you're going to trick somebody, you better know that they're going to fall for it.
Well, it's true.
And she seems the type of girl to fall for it. Dan loves the prank, and he also immediately gets Roseanne's Ginger if they didn't find the island costume, so it is an instant spark there. Cute little origin story.
Yeah. It's just so perfect for him.
Really is.
It also makes sense why that's their big day then.
Yeah. It's
when
their special day. It's the day they met. Good call. But that's it for Halloween Past, and the ghost tells her it's time to return to the present. But Roseanne tells him, wait, there's other stuff I want to see. What about the time I put a coonskin cap on a skateboard, pushed it in the traffic, and yelled, look out for my dog? I want to see that.
That seems too expensive for the show.
I guess so. She and the ghost laugh about it together as we fade to commercial.
I'd love to see that twat.
For great Halloween fun, pick up some spooky decorations at Walgreens. Just $7.99 each. Scary sound-activated Halloween figures, battery-operated pirate skull, witches, skeletons, and more. Stock up on Halloween candy, too. Walgreens has a wide selection of treats and goodies of all kinds. And it's time to order your holiday photo greeting cards. Put your favorite photo on any of 6 beautiful designs. All orders include a free marker pen. Treat yourself to savings this week at Walgreens.
Our count eats a Reese's peanut butter cup.
I like to eat the peanut butter first.
There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's.
What's up, dudes? I'm Jerry D of Totally Rad Christmas, the podcast that talks all things Christmas in the 80s. toys, movies, specials, music, books, fashion, and fads.
If it was gnarly during Christmas in the 80s, he's got it covered. Wait, is there a lot of things to talk about for the 80s and Christmas?
Well, you got the movie giants like Christmas Vacation, Scrooged, and A Christmas Story. There are TV specials like Muppet Family Christmas, Claymation Christmas Celebration, and a Garfield Christmas special.
Plus classics shown every year.
You also jam out to Last Christmas, Do They Know It's Christmas, and Christmas in Hollis. But most of all, it was a time for the most bodacious, best-selling Christmas toys ever, like He-Man, G.I. Joe, Transformers,
and Cabbage Patch Kids.
Yes, them too. We cover them all, plus much more, including standard segments like Hap Hap Happiest Memory, Gag Me With the Spoon, The Other Half of the Battle,
and Chant with the Littles.
So tune in to Totally Rad Christmas everywhere you get your podcasts. Turn the clock back and dive into those warm and fuzzy memories.
Later, dudes.
And when we return after those spooky messages, Roseanne's back asleep on the couch and wakes up to another knock on the door, and this time to the ghost of Halloween Present, a grown man in a giant candy corn costume.
This is my favorite costume of the ghosts, I think.
It's the scariest costume of all. I don't like candy corn.
I do like candy corn.
Do you?
Me too. I would defend candy corn.
All right.
But a lot of it is because of my grandpa. So when I was little, we would walk to the store together, buy some candy corn, then he would just pour it into like one of those glass jars that everybody's grandma had, and I would eat candy corn with him. And I remember doing that like a month or two before he passed away. So
okay.
Like now it's like I kind of eat it out of just respect or memory or whatever.
It's memory. Yeah, you got to do it.
But it's not like they're the best things ever.
No, I don't like candy corn, but I do like black licorice. So we all have like that one horrible thing that we like.
We all have our thing. Yeah.
I am the ghost of Halloween Present.
No, you're not. You're some great big piece of candy corn.
Seems you get this all the time. Look, I'm a symbol of Halloween. Halloween, candy corn, end of story. Let's go.
Okay, but I hope nobody sees us together because I'm supposed to be on Slim Fast.
The ghost of Halloween Present is played by Mario Recuzzo, a character actor who worked for over 50 years, starting with The Untouchables in 1960.
Wow.
And I noticed a pattern. He was often typecast as a bad guy on cop shows. But IMDb says he's known for his role as a bartender in the Jim Carrey movie The Majestic. I don't remember the bartender.
Yeah. I saw that movie, but it was not memorable.
Yeah, if that's what you're known for, yikes.
I mean, it's IMDb, and their known fors aren't always on point.
They're not always great, yeah.
But when I looked at his, like, he was in a ton of different shows, but it was only just one episode.
Yeah.
Like, definitely character actor bit parts.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a deep cut. Do y'all ever watch California Dreams, a.k.a. the Saved by the Bell we have at home?
I mean, I remember it.
I never watched it, but I knew of it.
Oh, I watched it.
I did, but I don't remember much about it. But we had broadcast TV and only broadcast TV. So.
Well, it was on NBC. Like they would
Timu, Saved by the Bell.
I started watching California Dreams after Saved by the Bell, the new class started, because like it would be they'd play Saved by the Bell, the new cast, and then they'd play California Dreams, or the other way around. So just like, well, I guess I'm watching this because the new class, it's just not sticking with me.
Yeah, and like you just left the TV on.
Yeah, well, that's really what happened.
Yeah.
But there's an episode when one of the main characters, Sly, gets in over his head gambling, and Mario Recuzzo plays the swanky debt collector who repossesses his whole band's instruments. And they only agree to that because the other option is rearranging your friend's face. Says it just like that.
I could see I definitely could see that candy corn doing it.
So the ghost takes Roseanne over to the party at the Elk Lodge, where we find Dan and Jackie. Jackie's filling in for her sister as part of the best couple's costume I have ever seen.
Yeah.
The decapitated Queen Marie Antoinette.
I'm not going in the ladies' room. You're just going to have to hold it.
I got to go sometime, Dan.
Maybe you should just try slowing down at the bar.
Don't tell me what to do, Dan. I'm doing you a favor just wearing this thing.
Oh, yeah, like I'm sure the real Marie Antoinette drank so much beer.
I mean, you think of like couples costumes and it's like maybe ketchup and mustard.
Right.
Or, Fred and Wilma if we're going Flintstones theme.
Yeah.
But like this was amazing. So Jackie is the head that is under the arm of Dan, and he's of course the rest of I mean, wow. But also like Roseanne was gonna do that? Okay, cool.
My wife, when we were watching this tonight, said, I can't imagine doing that kind of costume with any of my brothers-in-law.
No.
That's right.
I would not do that with either of my sisters-in-law.
No.
But they're together in this humongous dress. Dan's head is the blood-soaked neck, holding Jackie as the head in his arm. It's so good.
Yeah, they definitely spent a lot of money on that.
Definitely my favorite costume at this party, although I do have to shout out one I saw in the background. Someone is dressed up as Link Hogthrob from the Muppet Show's Pigs in Space sketch.
No.
Yes.
I missed that.
I did not catch this. I need to go rewatch it now.
I'll have to go watch that again.
I missed it the first time doing my notes. I was talking to past and future guest Tony Whitaker, and I told him this was next. He said, is that the one with the pigs in space costume in the background? And I was like, what? And I put it on, and there it is. It is a silver sparkly costume with what is very clearly the pigs in space logo.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, that's the costume that I would want to wear.
Right. And that's the exact sort of thing that you would only know because someone who works for Muppet Wiki spotted it and put it on there. But Jackie has to go to the bathroom, and Dan's refusing to go into the ladies' room for some reason. It's a bathroom at a private club. Just have someone watch the door. It's not hard.
Yeah.
But Roseanne's already bored. She asks, isn't there anything about her life I could learn in Hawaii? Fair question.
Yeah.
But the ghost just tells her to watch and learn. Okay. The first thing we learn is that Dan thinks it's okay to let Jackie drink punch straight out of the community punch bowl ladle. Don't do
I did notice that. All I could think of was Seinfeld and the double dip. It's like putting your whole mouth into the dip.
Yeah.
Or punch in this case.
Right. And Jackie's in an extra sour mood because Fisher's apparently being a little too friendly with some other woman dressed like Pocahontas.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, honey. Having fun?
Oh, I love being wedged under Dan's armpit while you're hanging out with Pocahontas over there.
She just came up to say hello. What was I supposed to do? Be rude?
Fisher's a pirate. He's played by Matt Roth. We mentioned he was dating Laurie Metcalf at the time. They did eventually marry. They are no longer together.
Right.
They also worked together on Desperate Housewives and the 1994 film Blink.
I don't think I know Blink.
I don't know that one either, but they were both in it. He is not Zoe Perry's father. That's Laurie's first husband, actor Jeff Perry. But Jackie and Fisher get into a rather loud and very personal argument while Dan's just there trying to whistle over them so as not to hear it before he finally asking, hey, do y'all mind?
I felt so bad for Dan.
And Jackie tells him, hey, this is private.
Yeah, that's rough. That's one of those super awkward situations that you just don't know what to do, but you can't leave. Oh, that's the worst.
Right. He physically can't leave without ruining the costume, and he can't ruin the costume. Anyway, a bunch of other lodge members mention they miss Roseanne and her Halloween pranks, and Dan sadly says he thought she'd be there by now.
So is this the part where I'm supposed to get all weepy and say I wish I would have gone to the party?
No. Don't you get it? You've ruined the holiday for all your friends. They need you.
On the other hand, at least we don't have to eat those god-awful pumpkin cookies she made.
But they don't miss her cookies.
They don't miss her cookies.
Oh, that's right.
So when they were describing them, I was like, that sound like the kind of Halloween cookies. I always like those little pumpkin cookies.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah. Why don't y'all like it? It's Dan's friend Chucky who says this. Did you recognize Chucky?
No, I didn't recognize Chucky.
He's dressed like a werewolf. He was James Pickens Jr. He's the chief of surgery on Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I missed that.
Yeah, like a regular character on Roseanne.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
And this whole scene is the Scrooge at his nephew's party, watching them play yes and no, and they have a laugh at his expense.
Yeah, her cookies must be super terrible because they do mention it's like the only time of year that she actually bakes.
Yeah.
And no one can stand them, but you have to say you do.
Yeah, this is, well, and the conversation then switches to Roseanne's mean Halloween pranks, and Jackie chimes in, well, we have to laugh at them, or else she'll throw a tantrum. And now Roseanne storms over. I do not, but of course no one sees or hears her.
Right.
More importantly, she's waiting for Dan to defend her, and so is I, but he says, hey, live with the woman.
I mean, Dan, like, come on, man. You don't say that stuff out loud. Even if she's not there, you never know. You never know if you're going to be Christmas carols.
She's being haunted by giant candy corn.
That's right.
Asks Mr. Candy Corn if this is supposed to teach her anything, and he stammers, you weren't supposed to hear that. Well, time's up, gotta go. But she stays. She yells at Dan.
You think I was so hard to live with before, buddy? Just wait till you get home.
He can't hear you.
Oh, yeah? Dan!
Ooh.
And he shivers a little, having felt a sudden chill. I like that bit.
That was a great touch.
Add that to A Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
Make Scrooge scream so loudly it makes, I don't know, Mrs. Cratchit or someone shiver.
Probably Bob.
Yeah. Bob will, like, let Mrs. Cratchit say her bit about the founder of the feast indeed and make Bob shiver. Oh, that would be great. But we fade back to Roseanne asleep on the couch, woken up for a third time by a knock on the door, and of course,
I am the ghost of Halloween future.
Oh. Okay.
Come with me.
He's in the usual hooded robe, though. This one is two-tone brown instead of black, and he's got an oddly carved jack-o'-lantern for a face.
It was like the Wish.com version of like Sam Hain from Ghostbusters. You know, Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I was thinking of the Ghostbusters too.
Yeah, they didn't use stencils either.
No, it's all freehand.
It almost looks like stained glass with elf ears carved into the sides.
It was weird. It was really weird, but I liked it. I thought it was, he's supposed to be creepy, the future ghost.
The ghost of Halloween Future is played by Gary Bullock, another character actor. He had minor roles in RoboCops 2 and 3. He's got 2 photos on IMDb, his headshot and a screenshot of him as Abraham Lincoln in an episode of Teen Angel.
Deep cut.
Well, and then I noticed he played Abraham Lincoln 3 more times in other sitcoms. A 1996 episode of Weird Science, and 2 separate episodes of Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Wow.
So he was a Lincoln impersonator.
It's like that one dude that played George W. Bush, right?
Oh, yeah. Like over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
He was also Sheriff Cable in Twin Peaks Firewall.
Oh,
I didn't think I had seen him.
I somehow just missed Twin Peaks entirely.
Oh, yeah. No, we watched Twin Peaks like every time.
I watched it much later. Like
as soon as it came out, I didn't know what was going on, as a kid watching it. But we watched it. I never saw Fire Walk with Me, though. That was like I know my dad saw it. I never saw it. So I didn't know that.
I want to watch it. I don't think anyone else in my family would want to watch it. Maybe my oldest would want to watch it. So
yeah,
I'll save that if we ever have some time together to just watch stuff, me and her, but we'll see. But this ghost just brings Roseanne out to her front porch and says she must see what will happen if she continues to deny the Halloween spirit. And suddenly we see 2 little trick-or-treaters. One asks the other, remembering this used to be the coolest house on Halloween. And the door opens, and it's Roseanne, who did not die. Instead, she turns into a perky Stepford wife.
Yeah, she's totally like Donna Reed.
Yeah.
Right? Or Leave It to Beaver. Mrs. Cleaver.
June Cleaver.
June Cleaver, yeah.
Complete with the curly blonde hair and a pink apron.
Happy Halloween, boys.
She wishes the kids a sickeningly sweet happy Halloween and gives them toothpaste and floss. So what was the worst thing y'all got trick-or-treating?
So my least favorite were always those orange and black candies. You know, it's just
Mary Jane's.
Is that what they're called? I've never known what they're called.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they were just those are my least favorite.
You didn't get anything that wasn't candy?
No, it was always candy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, you were lucky.
I don't remember anything bad. I remember getting non-candy things, but so I grew up in a fairly rural area, but there were like certain people that knew we were coming to trick or treat, and they would be like have things decked out for us with like big like Ziploc bags full of candy for us because they'd just be like my sisters and cousins and a few other kids that would come, and they would be waiting for us to come.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One like you were just leaving your light on for whoever to walk by, and like some of them were like little old ladies from the church, and they would have like cookies and punch out for us, and like they'd have like a party for you to come to, and we'd have a hayride to go to their house, visit for a while, then go to like drive way out and go to somebody else's house. But it was always really fun. But they would like really give us a lot of like extra stuff, but I don't remember any of it ever being like, oh, I got a rock.
No, we never did either. I just remember it was always candy. I think the only time I ever got something that was like toothpaste or toothbrush was like from my dentist, but that wasn't trick or treating. That was just close to Halloween, you know.
I never got anything as bad as toothpaste or floss. The worst thing I've ever gotten trick or treating was a couple of unsharpened pencils with bats on them.
Okay.
And they were the cheap pencils, too.
Yeah.
You try to sharpen them, and the point just keeps breaking because it's too soft. And it had the weakest eraser ever that didn't erase anything. But now you have this, like, red smudge on your paper. Just don't buy dollar store pencils. Don't give them to anyone ever.
Yeah.
First world problems.
I did used to occasionally get the little, like, coupons for a Frosty at Wendy's, or they had the McDonald's ones, you know, they sell. It was actually pretty cool in hindsight, but when you were like 4 and you get it, it's like, I can't eat this. You know, you don't really think about like, this will be cool to have later.
I would get the McDonald's coupons and then I'd forget about them.
Yeah, same. That's kind of what would happen with us. And then it was just, well, okay.
And like, I never got a sundae as a kid from McDonald's. You don't go to McDonald's for a sundae. I go to McDonald's now for a sundae, but not back then.
The ice cream machines never worked.
I was just about to say that.
There's one near me now where I've never had a problem with the ice cream machine.
That's awesome.
I say that on recording now, and now the next time I go for ice cream, it's going to be down. So we'll see.
So I learned that if you want ice cream, you have to go at 8 a.m. If you're just going to have strep throat, and I could not swallow anything except, so I was going like at 8 a.m. to get a milkshake. And like, I never had any problem. If I went at 8 p.m., it's like, oh, it's down.
Okay.
Yeah. Every time, like every year we want to go for a Shamrock Shake, and it's like 50-50 whether or not that thing's going to be working that day or not.
Yeah. Well, future Roseanne tells these two boys to remember
Halloween is a holiday of fun and treats, not a celebration of Satan.
And our Roseanne's jaw just drops.
I love the night and day of this, you know.
She's great in this scene, just being her scary future self. Asks what happened to her, and the ghost takes her into the kitchen where she tells Darlene there's nothing like a game hen on Halloween to please your man, and okay.
A game hen?
Game hen, you know.
Wow. Yeah.
Traditional Halloween dinner.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can count all those times that my mom just made game hen for us, and it was great.
I can count all the times I've had game hen. 1.
I think it's 0 for me.
Oh, okay.
Game hen.
Darlene's chopping zucchini and slices into a fake hand, chopping off her fingers. I knew it was coming, but the studio audience sounds like they didn't.
Like they didn't, right?
Right?
Yeah, I'm chopping the vegetables, Mom, just like you taught me.
Or maybe they're just doing their part. Tries to tell her mom it's just a joke. Remember jokes? And to make matters worse, Dan walks into the kitchen with a couple of suitcases and tells her he's leaving her. It says it in such a wry smile, too.
I'm leaving you.
But why? Didn't I keep the house clean enough? Wasn't I a good cook?
It's not that. It's just that you bore me.
Good for Dan. If it changed that much.
Oh, yeah, with this future Roseanne.
That's scary, yeah.
And even our Roseanne tells her, go on, Dan, leave her.
Yeah.
And then she turns to the ghost and says, I've become what I hate the most. And this ghost tells her, not yet, there's more to see.
Gets scarier.
I don't like it when the future ghost talks, though. Let's talk more spooky pointing.
More spooky, yeah.
You ruined the scariest character in A Christmas Carol when you could have just inserted them in your Halloween episode as is, and it would have been fine. But no, we head even farther into the future to find an elderly Jackie, in short, just curly white wig, looking almost like Estelle Getty, I thought.
I was thinking that too. I was like, Shady Pines, Ma.
And the ghost tells Roseanne she and Jackie live together alone as a couple of old spinsters. And we finally see the old Roseanne. And she's played by Estelle Parsons, who plays their mother on the show.
Plays their mom.
That was a great reveal.
It's the best.
Come on, Roseanne. We don't want to be late.
All right, Jackie, I'm all set.
You may call her Bev or Sea Hag.
Estelle Parsons is still around. She returned for the Connors. As of this recording, she is 97 years old and still spry.
Wow.
And her character on the Connors has dementia and just goes off to explore the country on her own, and they let her.
Man,
they put her on a train and she's gone.
If I make it to my 90s,
yeah, for real,
that's what I might decide to tell my grandchildren. Just like, nope, I don't remember you, and off I go. Gonna go see the world. If I can make it around, who knows? But to Roseanne, becoming her mother is the scariest image of them all. She cups her hand in her face like Macaulay Culkin and lets out a scream.
It's totally.
Why is my mother here?
That's not your mother, Roseanne. That's you.
It scares her straight.
I like how the camera zooms in and flips around as we see her screaming on the couch.
I gotta say, there was some nice cinematography moments in here. Right?
It really is. Like when this show wanted to go extra, they put their heart into it.
They put the work in, yeah.
Yeah. Looks at the clock, shouts, there's still time, and runs out of there. Barely. I looked at the timestamp, and there was about 2 minutes left. So we're about to wrap things up pretty quickly here. But we're back at the lodge where Fisher and Jackie have made up. He's leaning over the kisser while Dan just stands there. Get him now, Dan. There's still time. But Roseanne enters dressed in a cute little Statue of Liberty costume.
Mm-hmm. Which made me wonder when, was that from a previous episode? Or, because I didn't recognize it, but she just has another costume available? I mean, I guess so, if that's their thing, yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's the least surprising thing of this episode. She's got some spares. Everyone's happy to see her, and she says she couldn't stay home one more second, feeling sorry for herself when she knew they were all here missing her so much and saying really nice things about her.
Fooled you.
She says she brought him some cookies.
So she brought him some cookies. They all laugh it off. Dan tells Roseanne he loves her, and she just goes, yeah, with a sassy Roseanne grin. But before giving out the pumpkin cookies, she wants to show everyone the torch she made for her Statue of Liberty costume. It's a real torch. He asks if anyone has a light. Fisher obliges. Yeah, burn his arm off. This episode's not as fun when you know Fisher sucks.
Yeah, but we didn't know that yet.
No, we didn't know that yet. But he lights the torch, and Roseanne holds it up over her head, and Dan asks, that's it? That's what we've been waiting for? She says, no, this is. And she takes out an umbrella just in time for the fire alarm and the sprinklers to go on.
See, now that's a good Halloween party prank.
Yeah, that's about my level of pranking on Halloween.
Exactly. Anything more, it's I don't know.
Shouts Happy Halloween with a cackle. Her trademark Roseanne cackle, and that's almost it. We get a blooper during the credits from the hand in the garbage disposal scene. Dan's just goofing around with this fake mutilated arm.
Handball?
Yeah, I'd forgotten that they used to do bloopers.
Every so often, not all the time, but like.
Yeah, it's not their normal thing.
No.
So where does this episode rank for you guys amongst the Roseanne Halloween episodes?
I would put it kind of right in the middle.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm a sucker for a good Christmas Carol story, so it raises it like a notch.
Yeah, like the first two were really the best ones.
Yeah, I would put it in the middle too. The first one, is that the one? And they run together in my head. Which one is the one where they're doing the haunted house?
I think that's the second one, isn't it?
And like the sales guy is there. Or whatever. Okay, that might be my favorite one. I also really like the one, I think it's called Trick Me Up, Trick Me Down.
Oh, yeah.
Where, and I only like because the Roseanne and Dan's costume is the ventriloquist dummy.
Yes.
And so for several years, we did this bit for like 3 years. So my church has a talent show every year.
Nice.
And my wife and I, for like 3 or 4 years, did Brandon and Patty cakes. And like she's as like my dummy, and we had this little dress body hanging off with this tiny hands that she would do. Like, and we had a whole bit and all. We had to do a virtual version during the lockdowns of 2020, and like it ends with me like shoving her in a crate.
Oh no! Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So I have to put that one up there just because it inspired Brandon and Patty cakes.
Nice. I looked up a bunch of lists ranking Roseanne's Halloween episodes. This episode is all over the map, but most of the lists I found put it somewhere in the middle, and I think I agree, middle of the road as far as this show's Halloween episodes are concerned. But that's already a high bar, so it's still quite good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I do know that, like, so that DVD I was mentioning that has them all in there, you know, they're in chronological order. And I always feel like this is one of those shows that definitely, like, for the most part, there's diminishing returns as you move through the seasons.
Sure.
Right.
The Halloween episodes. Because by the end of the night, I'd be like, yeah, this is season 9 one. I don't need to watch this.
Nah.
Right. I'm surprised. I didn't realize it went on for like 10 seasons. I could have sworn it was only like 7. But no,
there's 9 seasons of the original show.
Right.
And season 8 starts to get weird, and then 9 gets really weird and ends up being retconned out in the finale because they win
where like
Dan's dead,
right,
all this stuff. And then in the finale, like retcons it, and then they did the revival, which was counted as like season 10.
Yeah, they count that as the 10th season.
I gotcha. Okay.
And then when the real Roseanne had her whole thing
meltdown,
they like wrote her out. Then it was revived as the Connors, which just ended this last month or May.
Yeah.
And with 7 seasons and I'm diminishing.
7 seasons of the Connors.
That one had 7 also.
Wow.
And like we watched it all the time, and it was the final season was only 6 episodes to wrap it up because it had kind of gotten affected by the writer's strike.
Yeah.
And it was not a very good send off, but it was a solid show, and it really felt like, you know, these are beloved characters. And when they brought it back as Roseanne, it didn't feel right because Roseanne, the real Roseanne, was writing her own things into the fake Roseanne that didn't seem consistent with the character. But when they found a way to like sideline her, the others still mostly felt like themselves. It was a good. If you like the old one, I thought it was mostly worth watching. There's some misses in there.
Okay.
So it's not so much like the Night Court revival that's
No, I would say out of all the like big revivals that have been done, this was the best one. And I think that's shows it was ABC's top rated show for a while. That's why it went on for 7 seasons.
Wow. That doesn't surprise me. That's their audience now.
Yeah. Checks out.
And as far as riffs on A Christmas Carol go, this is okay. It was clever, but I wish they had more time to explore Halloween past, present, and future. But that's what you get for a 20-minute sitcom episode, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it always goes to show that like A Christmas Carol is just so versatile that you don't even need Christmas.
You just need the carol.
Very true. Yeah. And what we did get, especially in Halloween past and future, is pretty good.
Yeah. I want to say that past is usually the one that they explore most, like whenever they condense these.
Yeah.
Like in general.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought They did a great job with these. I mean, the little girl was great as little Roseanne, and Sarah Rue was great as teenage Roseanne. I mean,
yeah,
it was nice and touching, and it was a good show.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this episode. It had been a long time since I've seen it, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
No, I can't remember the last time I watched it. Like, I've kind of fallen out of the habit of watching all of them every year, but I usually will just watch one or two, and it's always the earlier ones.
Yeah.
It's been 4 or 5 years at least since I watched this.
This might be a good one to save toward the end of Halloween night to kind of transfer you in.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. It's like the Nightmare Before Christmas of Roseanne episodes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's usually what movie is for. But this one...
The Nightmare Before Christmas we watch usually first week in November as our Bridge the Gap.
Same
here. It's usually what I watch while I'm putting up the Christmas tree before Thanksgiving.
This last year we watched it like really late. We watched it like the week of Thanksgiving just because we had so much going on.
Yeah.
It's just a little too Christmassy for me to watch it at Halloween time.
Right, yeah.
But it's like a good November movie.
Yeah, it's definitely a November watch. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But thank you both for sharing this scary ghost story with me.
Thanks for having us.
It's good to be back.
Yeah. And if people want to pretend to hang themselves in your bathroom next to your giant fuchsia shag carpet covered toilet seat, where can they find you on the internet, Brandon?
I am not on the internet as much as I used to be, but you can still find me on Instagram mostly at Blessed Are the Geek.
And Jerry?
TotallyRadChristmas.com or linktree.com/TotallyRadChristmas. You'll find everything on those.
All right. Check out those things. You can find the links in the show notes of this episode or simply head over to adventcalendar.house and you can take it from there. Tune in next time for another heartfelt holiday episode, emphasis on the felt. Till then, for Jerry and Brandon, from inside a hyper-specific Muppet costume somewhere in the background of your Halloween party, this is Mike Westfall saying, beware of the icy patch. And turning into your parents, I guess, the scariest fate of all. Good night. Next time on the Advent Calendar House...
Tighten up, get loose.
In the wobulous world of Dr.